Yeah.
Okay, this is the skin. Okay, so we're the white people, and they're Native American people. So, who owns all this land? The Great Spirit. So no physical being owns this land.
Well, no, I guess not.
Mine. This is all mine. Mine? Yep.
So who owns you?
No one.
I'll take it. I'll take this slave.
So you, what do you have?
I don't have anything. We all share everything.
Here's a little something for you.
Oh, thank you.
Was it small?
Seems.
Yeah.
That's just a quick summary of what Betrayal's land is like.
So the betrayal of the land is when the Europeans came to the Native Americans and they kind of took their land, and kind of betrayal because the Native Americans are saying that we don't own this land, the Great Spirit owns it, so the Europeans are just like, I'll take this now.
The natives' land. They varied looks, textures, temperatures, and habitats because they were like all across North America. It wasn't just like one little part in California. No, it was like all over the place. Like all different people had certain things they were doing. The land was acquired through like ancient traditions, like we traveled here, now this is our land, and when all the animals or whatever moved, they moved. That was kind of like their thing. And it was also very spiritual, like other groups said. The Native Americans were really spiritual people, and they thought the land was very spiritual.
And the white people's Diaz dual cradle theory is like, so like, say no to white people because like they had bloodshed, stealing, violence, and they took their land from the Native Americans. And so like Greek/Europeans are like xenophobia and parochialism. Or, I can't pronounce that. I can do that.
So, has everyone here taken History 110? Okay, so you're all familiar with Diaz's dual cradle theory. It's basically that white people and Europeans/Greeks are all xenophobic, meaning they don't like strangers, they don't like outsiders, other people from other countries. They like to be with themselves. But they're also parochialistic. So they're narrow-minded, they don't think of other things. They have disgust for existence, like all of their literature. If you look at Shakespeare, a lot of it's tragedy. Also, they actually have a military that's not meant for defending, it's more for attacking. Now, this is kind of like a racist point of view. I don't completely agree with it, but that's kind of what happened because of environmental factors that affected Europeans.
So what the white people did, the Europeans, they came to the Americas and started to take the natives' land by force. They also murdered many natives to get what they wanted. They also cut down their trees and dug up their earth, making it into towns and cities, while also making it not as beautiful as it was, like when it was all natural and like really pretty. Like it's kind of sad, really sad.
Okay, so how it affects the natives. So, they were just, casually kicked out of their homes. Hello? Okay. They had to travel, like, thousands of miles on foot. Like, they just had to walk on the Trail of Tears and stuff. And then a lot of them on the Trail of Tears, like, millions of them died of disease, and they were killed. Like, they were, like, given smallpox and stuff. And so then there were the survivors, and eventually they moved to these little teeny reservations and stuff. That's where still many of them are. And then, yeah, they were humiliated, as you can see in that little cartoon there, and deprived of their land. Isn't that sad?
this was like a really bad thing to happen in like life and in everything in general. It says there was a mass murder of Native Americans. The Europeans could have just like asked nicely for the land, but they're like, no, they're just gonna take it. And then there's also mass murder of nature because, you know, all the trees are cut down and all the animals are going extinct now because of all the stuff that happened back then. And then there's also mass murder of culture and language because there's like only like a few tribes left, and their culture is like dwindled down and their languages are gone, and it's like really sad. That's a little cartoon. It was basically what our skit was. I own this, you own this. Then he waits and is like, I own it now. Like, yeah.
Why this is so bad, part 2. In today's world, there are little to no natives left in America. The 10 largest tribes around today are the Navajo, Cherokee, Sioux, Chippewa, Choctaw, Apache, Pueblo, Iroquois. Yeah, that word. Creek and Blackfeet, all having under 350,000 people. Today we are still ruining the land, taking advantage of natives, like everyone knows. It's just a bad thing that like Americans just take all their land, ruin their entire lives. Nothing we offer them will make up for the damage we cause them. Like people heard that rumor back in history that like in